Penda Kante. I work within the Directorate of Environment and Sustainable Development for the Ministry of Environment and Sustainable Development here in Dakar, within the Division of Climate Change. And I'm here to represent Madeleine Droussard, who is my boss, the head of the division. Basically, it had been quite of a successful workshop in which we had many stakeholders from ministries, civil society, universities, and some organizations, international organizations represented, such as PNID. It had been quite of a successful, as I said, workshop in the sense that everything had been sorted out and planned well. In time efficiency and work efficiency. We've went straight to the point, worked on the influence and both influence and interest of the future parties or future stakeholders which are gonna be together, work together with IED for PRESA here in Dakar. Okay, the key success of the project should be to stick with the recommendations that were made at the end of this workshop. One is to work closely with the government, meaning working closely with the ministries, trying to get a feedback from them of what had been done, not to reinvent the wheel, start from whatever had been done and have a vision, meaning that, in other words, that for instance, just an example, from my directorate, or the Directorate of Environment and Sustainable Development, we are actually starting on working on the National Adaptation Plan. It will be great for IED to come and do its research towards the priorities of the National Adaptation Plan, for instance. We will also need the results of the research for the national communications. So I believe that for it to be successful, we will definitely have to stick with the priorities and the recommendations that were made at the end of this workshop. I think that it's a great approach. I think I would not say that it's the best approach, but it's just great to start from a policy point of view, so that at the end it might not be difficult or complicated for you guys to implement. Starting at policy level is just the greatest and the safest for the success. For the project to be successful. Climate change is an issue that had been internationally. People are actually debating on climate change, and people are actually living it. For instance, in Senegal, it's unfortunate that the raining season had started so late. And scientifically, I'm sure that it's proven there is a reason why the raining season had started so late, almost like 2 months late, and it's the people must change their behaviors. So we need to start with the grassroots people. People must change their behaviors, and we have to, before adapting, I believe that we need also to mitigate.
Yeah.
mitigation is key. So all the behaviors, all the mentalities have to change little by little. Capacities need to be built at institutional level, grassroots level, and I believe that the result of the research need to also help towards that,
Yeah.
as like guiding both of the ministries or the authorities, the national authorities, as how to plan successfully to fight against the side effects, I would say, of climate change.